This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're a person. Obviously, I scarfed a tuna sandwich 15 minutes ago, moments before my guest arrived.
Amazing.
I sort of had it and it was an olive oil tuna.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you'd smell it in the studio.
You know, it's I picked up on it, but
You did,
no,
did you?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
I walk in, the place smells like tuna.
Right.
You're practically reeking
This
with
is
this stuff.
disgusting. Is there a tuna boat out back? Like,
I
what's
know,
going on
here?
here?
I'm really sorry. Well, obviously, I'm here with Hassan Khadair. Thank you. You know him from just all over the internet as the spooky little voice of Mickey Mouse the puppet, from your commentary stuff, from your podcast Bad Days. Hassan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Excited to help people.
Yeah.
That's my purpose in life, you know?
That was so warm and nice. Obviously, you're on the show. What qualifies you as a perfect person to take these calls to sort of, let people into your mind house so that they can emerge ascended?
Oh, simply, I grew up brown in Alabama. If I didn't figure out how to cope with bullying, the bullying and the stress, how could I exist in this world, So,
Absolutely. I know I'm from North Carolina myself.
Okay.
So also the South.
Awesome.
Sometimes I miss it. You're still living there, right?
I still am, yeah, actively.
Do you have plans to move elsewhere? Or are you enjoying it so far?
Well, I enjoy the room. The space is nice. So it's a tough decision to be like, hey, give up your house and live in a studio apartment with your 4 cats and just exist.
Absolutely. No, it's a lot like you're paying a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah. But, I'm in this industry, so at some point I will have to compromise and be somewhere near here for at least a couple years. You know?
Absolutely. Well, in case people are listening and they're like, I'm trying to place that voice, why don't you tell the audience what it is that you do in your sector of the internet?
Okay, perfect. So I hated myself enough to buy a Mickey Mouse puppet once, and then I made videos on TikTok, and I gained 6 million followers just reacting to videos and making Mickey just awful. And I wrote character traits for him to abide by, and they're awful character traits, and he abides by them well. So I used that. And then I branched off. I'm a host with Comic Storian at Absolutely, where we talk about comic books and pop culture. And then on the personal front, Bad Days is my podcast line. It's your bad days are your best stories.
Yeah.
And I'm doing commentary YouTube now, where I spend 5 weeks just digging into a topic that's going to get me in so much trouble.
Yeah, there you go. You sort of were outing secrets from your hometown, right?
Yeah, my most recent episode, there's a Christian private school down the road. When I say down the road, I mean it's a 6-minute straight shot from my home. And I discovered they built a state-of-the-art podcasting room, not unlike this beautiful studio here.
This is actually a Christian room.
Sorry, Dan, are you going to install Christianity here? Because no.
Yeah, we love the big guy.
We do. J-Man's, he's chilling, he's great.
J-Man. Yeah, we call it J-Man.
They built a state-of-the-art podcasting room. So some of the most boring, rich, privileged white people of all time just made podcasts. So I listened to 15 hours of podcasts.
That is so much work.
And here's the thing. At the end of it, we broke down one podcast, made fun of the social media of another, because we're like, I don't know how to feasibly do this without being heinous. And this is my hometown. So I just did a whole commentary video on that. And then during it, I did this very weird satirical voiceover vlog and breaking into the campus itself.
Yeah, right.
And it aired apparently during their finals week. So during finals week, they're witch hunting, trying to figure out and I've been in LA this entire time, the whole 2 weeks since then.
They're at your house with flashlights.
They're so angry, and some of the things people are angry. It's funny because they're mad because I pointed out homophobia, and then they're mad because I exposed a hazing ritual.
Yeah,
and
both horrible things to have.
Oh well, and they're like, how dare you say such horrible things in the main office? And I was like, you guys stupid? It's a voiceover. Can you not tell it's a voiceover? It's recorded differently with music behind it, and they're like, how dare he say that in the central office? It's been great.
In a way, speaking to God is like a voiceover. So in some ways,
Jesus is just and then Miles ate a tuna fish sandwich. He's literally just vlogging. You're just in his YouTube series.
Jesus was a vlogger.
Jesus.
People don't talk about this enough. And honestly, it's about time that we say it. Once and for all.
It's like the walking on water stuff wasn't even that deep, but it went viral. he got 100 million views. Walking on water, turning water. He's actually just Zach King.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking special effects TikToker.
Yeah, so the magician or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. He really was a viral creator.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that enough.
They don't.
Now, speaking of viral creators, you are 24.
24 years old. Yes, sir.
As Stanzi put it, you know everything about the internet. And I'm curious, is this something that you always wanted to do? You always wanted to work in content creation?
So at 12 years old, back to the lonely brown kid in Alabama thing.
When I was 12, I was chosen by the YouTube algorithm.
So I started making videos at 12, and in it, I was like, oh, wait, I like being funny. Like, I like doing this a lot.
Sure.
I'm a terrible editor, though, so then Vine came around, and I was like, 6.5 seconds, I can do this, right? Built up to 10,000 followers. I did a shameful collaboration with Jake Paul, and that day,
collabed with Jake.
It's so embarrassing. I have a video, and it's before he became like public pariah, but people still hated him.
Yeah.
He was still on Disney Channel. So he did a video where I used to wear these like Mickey Mouse gloves, and it's in first person.
It's always been Mickey.
It's always been
Mickey.
Well, it was so easy. But he plays his character from Bizaardvark, his Disney show, and it's like Mickey meeting his character from Bizaardvark. Very crazy video that day. So two things happened that day. One, it was my senior year.
Yeah.
I got a senior superlative, most witty, most handsome, most likely to travel the world.
Yeah.
I got most likely to be a famous YouTuber. Can't make this up.
That's adorable.
And then Vine announced they were ending. So I hit 10,000 followers. I got most likely famous YouTuber, made a video with Jake Paul, and then they said, your platform's fucked. You're done.
That's so funny. Well, how was Jake in person? Was he everything that he's cracked up to be? He wasn't buff yet, I guess.
No,
because
he
now
wasn't
he's
buff yet.
Now he's really puffed up like he got stung by a bee. But
He looks insane.
he looks so insane.
If you watch Game of Thrones, he looks like the wildlings. He looks
He
like
kind of does.
Tormund, like the giant in Game
By
of
the way, hey,
Thrones.
Game of Thrones casting, if you're listening, pop Jake Paul in House of the Dragon.
Oh my God! Yeah, bring us back to the roots. He could be Tormund,
He's
Grey,
such
whatever.
a funny. Yeah, I would love that. No, he does look crazy now, but back then he was just like a Disney guy.
Yeah, it was still like little Disney, the e-boy look. I don't know if that's still like a term that's used by young.
It's actually quite offensive.
Yeah, it's a slur amongst white people.
It's a slur against white people with blue hair.
I think 2 weeks after that was when he did the whole thing where he was like dancing on a news van, and then like Jake Paul the Pariah was born.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was
right before he did the because the
Yeah.
news van thing was kind of beginning of the end for everybody.
The beginning of the beginning for the next generation.
The beginning of the beginning for I remember when the video came out and everyone was like, a dark cloud has rolled over Los Angeles.
Who would have thought Jake Paul?
Influencers are different now. There's content houses.
Team 10.
Yeah,
what does it mean for the world?
When Team 10 rolled in, I was it's a documentary about when Team 10. Yeah, that was
when's
crazy.
Casey Neistat going to do that? He did his David Dobrik documentary.
Which I really want to see.
I want to see it so badly, and everyone I've
It
talked
doesn't
to
have
that
distribution, right?
it's like why won't you distribute? HBO, you have nothing going for you.
It'll fucking do so much numbers. People will watch the hell out of it. Well, anyway, we got to get to the phone lines.
We do.
Because people are really calling in and they are needing our help. And as always, if people like the show, then they can rate or subscribe it on Spotify.
Beautiful.
The viewers can subscribe on YouTube so they don't miss an episode of the show. And if they love the show, they can consider joining us on Patreon, where we have extended episodes of every episode, including this one.
Yeah.
We have a real fat, meaty cold open.
We do.
We talk about really everything under the sun and how you snuck into a crazy party at TwitchCon because you're too damn charming for your own good.
Thank you.
And
And how Eugene Liang, for no reason, I'm one of the 15 people he chooses to follow.
He chooses to follow and he does not follow me.
Yeah.
But you can go check that out. And also there's exclusive platinum episodes every Friday. Recently I did the 420 Bongcast. I did the Cranberry Spectacular. There's lots of fun, juicy stuff over there. So go and check it out. But until then, we are going to take some calls here. Now, as always, if you want to call into the show, you can follow the Instagram account. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the deets on how to call into the show. But we've got a voicemail here about someone that's wondering, should I go ahead and smooch?
Ooh.
Here we go.
Hey, Miles, I've got a juicy little date ask. So I'm in class with this guy. Well, I was in class with him last semester. And I found out that he might have a girlfriend, but it's a strong might, because that was back in February, and we're now almost in May. So anything is possible. And he did say yes to my date ask, but it's so vague and unclear if it is actually a date or just a cool chill hang between chums.
Okay.
I'm wondering how I play this casually to find out whether I go for the smooch at the end or not.
Wow. A cool chill hang between chums, by the way.
There's nothing better than a cool chill hang between chums.
It's beautiful.
That may be the title of the episode. But how do you know whether it's on? I find that I'm actually pretty good at identifying when specifically it is on.
I was, I'm a byproduct of like the dating app realm. So it's like, simply it has to be.
Is that how did you meet your girlfriend?
A dating app. Dating app. And it was great because it wasn't an intentional thing of like, hey, I'm gonna date this girl for a long time. I'm gonna go on a date, and then we ended up sitting on a dock for 6 hours until 5 a.m, just talking,
chatting,
and it was great.
A cool chill hang between chums.
Cool chill hang between chums. Did not kiss her then because we talked for 5 hours straight. Yeah, and there's dry mouth and exhaustion and like
I gotta go.
But the second date. Right, the one we actually went to a restaurant and did like a proper romantic thing.
Candles real low.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Steak and
Italian
eggs.
restaurant. Steak and eggs. Italian dinner at a diner.
Italian dinner at a diner. Maybe they've got spaghetti. Well, let's give this person a call back so we can get some details on this classmate.
I know. I want to know if they know the significant other or like the potential one.
No, I'm wondering if that was an Instagram investigation or not.
Hello.
Hi, you called Perfect Person, and I'm here to call you back to solve your problems. I'm here with Hassan Khadair.
Hello there. How you doing?
Hi. You're here with who?
This is Hassan. Hey, have you seen a Mickey Mouse puppet? Have you seen a Mickey Mouse puppet on TikTok?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
6 billion views. Okay, lots of people have seen
6 billion. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, tell us about this classmate that you are sort of wondering if you should smooch or not.
Oh, yes. Okay. So we had craft class together last semester, and we sat next to each other.
Did you say class?
Craft class.
Cleft class?
No, crafting?
Craft, like CRAFT.
Okay,
got
so
it.
Crafting, like a yarn crochet style. Got it. Okay, cool. Continue. Sorry.
So, it was like a running joke that we would sit at the head of the table together every class, and we had a good rapport. He told me I had a really good presentation once, which was huge. Every time we see each other, it's always nice. We hug, we chat. He heard me
okay. Wow. Sorry,
the hug changes things.
The hug really is damning for this guy. If I'm wondering if it's on and there's a hug every time you see this person.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, so you're in college?
I'm in grad school.
Okay.
What is a grad school crafting class?
Sorry. What kind of graduate degree do you have? It's law school, but it is also we craft and
we make paper snowflakes and
out of the Declaration of Independence.
It's a very small MFA in creative writing, so I can't say what program it is, but it's an MFA in creative writing.
Okay, it's an MFA in creative writing. Yeah. Well, first of all, let me just tell you this: if you're in grad school and you are hugging a classmate every time you see them, that's your husband.
That's 100%. Yeah, he's interested in the long haul there.
Yeah, I'm sort of okay, when I was in high school, there were friends of mine that high schoolers, middle schoolers, it's the hug, people are kind of hugging because they don't really know how to flirt yet, and that's everyone's just I'd our some sort of physical contact, and it's very awkward. But I think that once you get into grad school, hugs are pretty they're pretty decided. You're
well, here's the question, right?
Yeah.
Are we talking an arm over shoulder hug? Or are we talking like a forward facing middles touch hug? How hugging is it? There's really levels to this.
It's a little of both. Sometimes it's a one arm. Sometimes it's but it's guaranteed. Are touching for sure.
It'll always happen.
Yeah.
Though.
It's guaranteed. It changes here and there, but it's always confirmed. I mean. Yeah. If there's ever a chance that he's hugging you, well, here's and this is maybe a personal question, but when you hug him, are you putting your arms around his neck? And be honest.
That's an excellent question. Honestly, I think it might be. It might be a right arm behind neck, left arm under right arm situation.
You're flipping upside down. No, wait. Your right arm behind his neck.
It's like a Spider-Man Sam Raimi situation. He's like Tobey Maguire hugging Mary Jane in the rain. Like, that's what that is, right?
Yeah, that's okay. So you're sort of you're both crisscrossing.
Like a jigsaw puzzle hug. Yeah, exactly.
You're both crisscrossing. So he's going like this, and then he's also going like that, and the arms are making a like X.
Wow.
It's about time that I talk about being a daddy. Yeah, I am one. And oftentimes I'm trying to figure out fun little activities for me to do with my little baby Julian. I would love to plop him in front of the TV to watch Breaking Bad, but unfortunately I fear that may be too scary for him because he's 4 months old. So instead, I rely on KiwiCo to send me very cute and tasteful little projects and books and games for my little baby. Setting up your kid for success starts when they're a little one. You want to foster critical thinking and problem-solving skills, build confidence, and inspire creativity, actually. KiwiCo makes it fun and easy with their hands-on projects. KiwiCo sent me a little box, and it was full of all sorts of goodies, namely a little coloring book and a little mat that has little things that Julian can flip up and kind of move around. All this stuff is really cute, too, and kind of like tasteful and aesthetic. Simply select a crate or take the quiz to find the perfect match, pick a delivery plan, and watch your kids' excitement when they get their crates in the mail. Like I said, we've been relying on KiwiCo to send us fun little stuff, so that way we keep it interesting for our baby, and also, to be honest, keep it interesting for ourselves. Because I also get tired of playing with the same toys, and I want cute new ones that I can play with also. Redefine play with KiwiCo. Right now, get 50% off your first month. Crates start at just $14 per month, plus free shipping on any crate line at kiwico.com. Promo code PerfectPerson. That's 50% off your first month, plus free shipping at kiwico.com. Promo code PerfectPerson. kiwico.com. Promo code PerfectPerson. When I was a little kid, I stood outside the Statue of Liberty and a gentleman said, "Do you know any tricks?" I told him, "Absolutely. I can walk like a crab." He said, "Okay, prove it." I walked like a little crab in front of the entire crowd waiting to get into the Statue of Liberty. And for that special little price, the man gave me and my parents tickets to go to the crown of the statue. So we were only going to go to the regular statue. The point is, we all have interesting parts of ourselves that not everyone gets to see, like my special little crab walk when I was 5. Kind of like what you keep in your underwear drawer. And guess what? All I'm keeping in my underwear drawer is MeUndies. Because truly, legit, no lie, I only wear MeUndies. They're all I have in my drawer, and they're the most cozy little comfy little pairs. I wear boxer briefs because I like a little extra length to the trunk, and they hold my package in just tight enough that I feel confident, cool, collected, and wonderful. Get more than just junk in your mailbox with the MeUndies membership. Choose a new pair of undies, socks, or a bralette each month to grow your collection. I can firmly attest that getting underwear in the mail is very exciting, and I wear my underwear hard. I'll be the first to say it. My underwear tends to wear out faster than the average bear, and this way I've always got brand spanking new panties to put on my body. To get 25% off your first order plus free standard shipping, visit MeUndies.com/perfectperson. Remember, if you're not satisfied, your purchase is on MeUndies. That's 25% off your first order at MeUndies.com/perfectperson. Okay, that's interesting. Now, okay, that's like, that's less intimate than a neck, like your arm's kind of going around his neck and his arm's going around your waist and you're sort of embracing. Now, I will say, regardless, if you're in grad school and you're hugging all the time, then I think that probably, apropos of nothing else, wrong use of apropos, but apropos of nothing is usually said apropos of nothing. Apropos of nothing else, this feels like probably it's on, but I want you to tell me about whether you think that this person maybe has a partner, right?
Yes, exactly. So I told my friend, because this one day I just woke up with this ridiculous bout of confidence. So I texted my friend. I was like, I have to email him today or I'm not going to do it ever.
Yeah.
So I emailed, because I don't have his number. So I emailed him a date ask.
Wow. Okay. That's intimate.
Like university email, very serious.
Dear reader.
.edu.
.edu style.
It was definitely at suchandsuch.edu.
Yeah.
And so I told my friend, and she was like very excited for me. And then she dropped, "Oh, but I think he has a girlfriend." And I said, "Tell me more." And she said, "Well, he introduced me to his girlfriend, but that was at a reading in February."
Of
that
this
means
year?
anything to me.
Of this year?
Of this year, yeah.
Well, tell me if he was hugging you in Feb.
That's what I was thinking immediately. I was like, when did the hugs begin?
Well, we had class together last semester, so like the hugs began in like October.
Oh shit!
Whoa. Is he hugging multiple girls? He's just going around campus the whole
he's
program?
hugging everybody in the
Wow.
campus. So he hugged you last.
Serial hugger.
He's a serial hugger. So he started hugging you last October, and he's continued to hug you through the year.
That's right. Yeah, but I'm also like a pretty big hugger. And like I'm sort of known around the house.
It goes from this like incredibly important detail of the story of just like I hug everybody.
Yeah, this is maybe you're inciting.
She like hugs her Starbucks barista.
Yeah, right. Can I get a chai? Are you coming in
At the DMV.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for
my license.
Can I renew my license? Let's get a hug in there.
Thanks for my license.
Thanks for my
say.
license.
Thanks
it's huge.
It's really big. But so, okay. Now, what were the words of your email, and what was his response?
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, I would love exact details.
Please read it to me word for word.
I'll read it out loud. Yeah.
Including the end that says from PhD student.
Yeah. Undergrad. Yeah.
Originally, the subject was going to be date ask, and then my friend said that was too aggressive, so then I had to change it to hangout. Which is where the confusion lies.
Yeah, I see the conundrum here. Yeah.
Don't listen to your friend. They're bad.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're talking about. That's
bad.
That's dumb.
They're toxic, yeah.
Okay. All right. So my email was, "Hey, blank. I was wondering if you wanted to go for a drink sometime, ? And he said, "Hey," fake name. What are we thinking? I cannot at all.
Damien.
Damien.
Okay, cool.
Damien's a wonderful name.
Thank you.
Hey, Damien, that sounds great. Are you going to the reading tomorrow? Oh, that was, okay, so there was a reading that weekend. And I said, awesome. To be honest, totally forgot there was a reading tonight. LOL, but I'll let you know. Here's my number if it's easier. And then I gave him my number, and he texted me.
You offered the number?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and then he texted me that night and said, "Hey, text is better," and then like winky face, but not an emoji winky face, like an emoticon.
Well, it's an email.
No. This
is over the text.
We've now moved into the text.
Okay.
Yeah.
But although I will say, if you are jumping platforms,
it's a big sign.
It's a big sign that you are horny.
Ooh.
So I think that him being like you sending the number and he immediately went to text, which I think is a little like that is kind of a sign that it's on. Instead of him replying to the email like, "Oh, great, I'll text you," he goes right into the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a sense of urgency, and also a winky face like that should be.
It's suggestive.
It's very suggestive.
Damn.
If, by the way, if you're texting winky faces to people you do not want to smooch, I don't know what you're talking about.
You've put a lot in the universe. I don't know what's going to come back to you now.
No. So, okay, tell me what happened next.
So then we were texting for a little bit, and then we planned to go to this bar in Brooklyn. And then it was 420. It happened to be 420. So then we talked about smoking together.
Sure.
The day comes, and I like fully got hit with the worst pollen attack of all time. So then we ended up having to reschedule because I was a snot bucket pretty much. And now our date is set for Wednesday.
Sounds like a date.
It's a date.
It's a full-on date.
Thanks for calling in. I think that we can go ahead and say that this is absolutely a date.
100%.
Because like he's texting you a winky. You guys are making plans together. Maybe he had a girlfriend in February, but honey, it's fucking May.
It's been a while. I've had relationships full length, start to finish, not that long.
Girlfriend, it's May. But I think that you can be fully assured that it is on and operate with under that assumption. Okay. That being said, if you're on the date and he says he has a girlfriend, then you pivot. But I think until he says that officially, you can kind of go into this, especially if you guys brought up smoking together.
Right.
That's intimate.
It
I
is.
find that like marijuana at a party shared with a big group is very different than being like, oh, I'm gonna actually. Why don't we go to your house and we smoke
Why don't
together?
just the two of us in a room, just little
Deeply intimate.
Yeah.
Like there's something very intimate about that. So I think that probably it's on.
Yeah.
This guy wants to jump your bones.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
You know, I think you should go for it.
give him a big old hug when you see him.
Give him
Well,
a big, give him a
here's
big
my
hug.
other here's my other concern. So I'm the youngest person in my program.
Okay.
And I've always like sort of kept it on the hush hush because I don't want people to think I'm 14.
Yeah.
But like I want to say late 20s, early 30s, and I'm 22.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
The thing
totally.
with
All
that,
right.
I mean, it's also like my role with this stuff is typically with age gaps. If it's weird, it's weird.
If you're pursuing him,
Okay.
Yeah.
different vibe than if he was pursuing you, because then it'd be like, I'm going to look into this guy.
No, exactly.
Right.
If there was somebody who called in and they
Right.
were like, yeah, they're 22, but I actually really want to, and it's like, okay, well, we need to leave a lot of space. We need to leave a lot of space to like let things, work themselves out. But no, I think that that's okay. I mean, I was 24 when I met my wife. She was 30. Anyway, thank you for calling in. Have fun in your date. And hey, I hope you hug him real good.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say I feel like I've become a better person from listening to this podcast. So thank you so much.
That is really generous.
For all the laughs.
I appreciate that. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you later.
Of course. Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
I had the exact opposite feeling. The more I listen to this podcast, I think the more evil I became.
I
got
become
worse.
a worse person.
Yeah, like I'm legitimately evil
I'm
now.
poisoning you from the brain down in a way. That's so funny. I mean, I just remember like being in class with somebody that you flirt with. Like I had I met a girlfriend from college. Like we were classmates and whatever. It's so fresh and fun when it's like a
man.
classmate. It's also, you're going to see them every week.
Yeah, it's the
something fun about that.
proximity. That kind of, those relationships are fun because it's
Yeah.
one of two things, right? Where it's like proximity made it so you'd be together and you'd never be together in any other circumstance.
Right.
And that's why it works.
Yeah.
And then there's the other thing. You're only together because you're next to each other.
Right.
And the moment that this separates, you will fall apart so badly.
Yeah, it's like, do we hang out when we don't have to hang out every week?
right.
That's a good question. Especially if you're in grad craft school. What program?
What could that have
What
possibly
program is
been, dude? Is it creative writing, like crafting?
Yeah, that grad school program is making out like bandits. They're like, grad school's $50,000 a week, but we are going to have you guys make paper mache.
We have coloring. We have the best Crayola crayons for you guys to use.
The really sharp ones. Well, let's get to another call here. Wait, what? Booty patrol car.
What?
Not neighbor drive. But I met him the first time. What? Okay. I don't know what. This is a very strange message.
Hi, Miles. So my conundrum is that my hot neighbor drives this booty patrol car, and I met him for the first time when he saw me taking pictures in front of it the other weekend, but I was just too nervous to ask him for any of his details. I want to make a move and like give him my Instagram or something, but is it weird? I don't know. I need your help. Okay, thanks. Bye.
What is a booty patrol?
What could that possibly mean, right?
Possibly mean?
Does it just say booty? It's like an actual cop car, but instead of like State Department, booty patrol.
Booty patrol coming in. I'm so confused. It's also, booty patrol.
Booty
car.
patrol.
Maybe it's got a bumper sticker.
Yeah, but it seems so like for her to be like taking pictures with a car.
Yeah, by the
just
way.
a bumper sticker. That feels like,
No, it feels like it's got to be an official. It's also, why was she taking pictures in front of it? It's got to be a big sell.
Yeah.
It's got to be something huge.
He has
also,
a physical booty put on the back of the car. It's like
no. I also love that this is just like people all around the world are trying to hook up with people near them.
Yeah.
And we're helping facilitate.
We're trying
that.
to make sure that if you're nearby, you're
you're having the time of your life. All right, let's give this person a call back here.
Oh my God, hello?
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Hassan.
Shut up.
Have you ever seen those Mickey Mouse puppet
I
videos
can't
on
have you do this every time.
on TikTok? Have you ever seen the Mickey Mouse puppet?
No, but I kind of need to.
Okay,
that makes me feel better.
We're going to get one, I swear. Well, anyway, tell us what the fuck a booty patrol car is, because I'm really curious.
Oh my God, you're going to die. So, like the SUV kind of cop cars
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacomas,
where they have like
Tahoes.
You know,
car guy.
A little bit of cop car guy specifically.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But it's like the striping on it is green, and then there's like a peach emoji on it. So it says like Booty Patrol. Wait. I gotta grab the picture of it and read you what everything says.
Yeah, wait, booty. Is this like a business? Like what? Is this something that
so the
he
thing
made?
is, I've seen this, but like I've seen this car before, but in like a car version, you know.
I don't know.
I've never seen it in like an SUV.
I've never been given such an alarming, confusing description.
By the way, you were like, it's like a cop car with green stripes, and there's a peach on
emoji.
It makes no fucking sense.
And then describe it as a car.
Can you car? Can you text the text line 424-284-9614? Text this number.
Oh my God,
a picture of the car, because we're gonna need to see what's up. All right,
Wow.
so here's what this car is. So it's a. It is quite literally
It's exactly what I thought it was initially.
Yeah, it's a white cop-looking car, and then on the side, they've had a custom paint job that has a big peach emoji that is more than just a peach emoji. It is cheeks.
Yeah.
And it says Booty Patrol, we swerve for curves.
Incredible.
And it says Chief on the back. So
he's the chief of Booty Patrol.
So he's the chief of Booty Patrol. And I just want to clarify, you found this charming.
I found it as like an opportunity to go take a picture in front of it.
Okay, cool. But then I thought you said that you thought the guy was like cute, and you were like, and I kind of want to date him.
Well, okay, I don't want to date him. I'm just like DTF.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the Booty Patrol really works.
You know,
it really does.
This is this guy's dream, by the way. This guy, when he bought this car, was like, holy shit, dude, I'm going to get so much booty.
And here's the thing, no one other than you ever considered giving him anything but a stern glance down the road.
Guys, the Booty Patrol mobile works. Come on.
This is going to change his life.
Yeah, you were giving this guy exactly what he wants, which is so fucking funny. So you're wondering, how do you get access to the booty guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to give you more backstory. So when we went to go take pictures in front of it, my mom was like taking pictures of me in front of it, right? And then the guy comes.
Your mother was involved. No.
She was so for it. She's so cool. She was like, yeah, let's do this. And then she was like, getting the angles.
That is
and
pretty
then
cool,
he like
actually.
comes out. I know, she's a rock star. But like so then he comes out and then he's just like chilling. And I was like, hey, can you turn the light on? And then so he turns the light on.
Got it. Cool.
Okay, great. Just lots of pictures in front of the booty car with your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was just so nervous, and I was like, oh my God, I can't say anything. I was like, okay, bye. But he's like my neighbor, and he was like, yeah, I live on like the 3rd floor or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, dude, how long have you been living here? I've never seen it before.
That's enough information to go off to find him, right?
Go to the 3rd floor and just yell, Booty Patrol, I need
Post like a bulletin up on the 3rd floor looking for Booty Patrol Chief.
Booty found. Like, you need to essentially incite the patrol, right? So you need to have an event or an incident that requires them to patrol.
Right.
Which
that's incredible. Wait, what you're describing to me is incredible. Like a Polaroid picture of a butt and be like, Booty found, looking for Booty Patrol officers to help.
Looking for Booty Patrol.
Exactly.
Also, by the way.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, like I think you need to do that. Also, this guy lives in your building, it seems like.
So we live in this house, and our house is like next to an apartment building, but the apartment building's like kind of small. It's just 3 floors.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, like if you see this guy's car again, I would just keep your eyes peeled. But I think also leaving a if you're just DTF, as you said, leaving and excuse me if this is crass, but you're the one who called in. Photo of
I did say it. Yeah.
Photo of yourself, so he remembers who it is.
Right.
Like a Polaroid, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And it says booty found.
Cute.
Not a picture of your booty, because we don't want to put your booty out there,
right?
In case somebody else is grabbing it off this guy's windshield.
Like, this is great. What did I just come across?
Right.
Polaroid pictures? Oh my God.
A picture of you and just say, hey, booty found you. This is super funny. We met the other day, and your phone number or something like that.
Having like a little
God.
envelope, keep it in your pocket in case you come across it. Put it under his windshield,
Exactly, right? Because he's probably presumably nearby. Also, this guy's a bold guy. I mean, if I know anything about this guy, he is bold. He purchased a car that is painted forever that says Booty Patrol.
I imagine he purchased a car, then painted it for it to forever be Booty Patrol.
Exactly. No, this was custom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is in no way stock. So, yeah, I think that you got
100% custom.
You got to give him a bold move back. And you're lucky that he's your neighbor, so he's probably going to be around. If you see this car in the parking lot in the apartment building next to you, put that photo on the windshield, or just a sticky that says like, we met the other day and you were really cute.
But I think the photo,
Okay, but
Photo's nice.
level above.
so that's not weird to like put something on his car and
All
be
of it's
like,
weird if we're being honest.
he's selling
To be honest, this whole car is kind of weird.
Nothing about the situation is normal, so don't be normal. Be
And also,
weird.
This guy is not. This guy's weird.
Right.
This guy's super weird.
This is a super weird guy. That
I mean, he's like asking for this type of attention.
100 million %.
And you're the first person to give it to him.
Let me
also
tell you.
1,000,000%.
I don't know much in this universe. I don't know that much, but I do know with 1,000,000% certainty that if you leave something on this guy's windshield, he's not going to be like, whoa, that overstepped my boundaries.
Whoa. I can't believe
Hey, I was not asking for this.
I went to the farmer's market and this was on my car. How dare.
Yeah, how he posted.
This is my safe
How
space.
dare.
It's my home, and she encroached in my private space.
This is my private space. And honestly, the Booty Patrol mobile is not a place for people to post their desires to kiss me.
Yeah.
But no, I think that absolutely Booty Patrol, this is his greatest dream. You're going to make his dreams come true. And if he was cute.
Oh my God, I hope so.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no
He's
other
so
scenario
cute.
where this goes wrong, I don't think.
No, this doesn't go wrong for you. This goes absolutely perfect for you.
Okay, well, here's the other thing is like my mom was like hanging out on the porch, right? She comes inside and she's like, there's some girl like putting some like suitcases in the trunk and like grabbing some bags. And my mom's like, I think she's moving out. Is this his girlfriend? And I was like, dude, my chances are over. But my mom's like invested in the story.
I would
too.
just-
There's no way. If Booty Patrol guy has a significant other, I'll be pretty surprised.
Yeah. It's a bold thing to let your significant other drive
Okay,
a Booty
right?
Patrol car, right? Like,
Yeah, but I mean, maybe she's also on Booty Patrol. Like, maybe they patrol together. I mean, that's also a
maybe it's
possibility.
just a DTF situation for them too.
Yeah.
In and
Everybody
out,
involved.
suitcases in the car.
Suitcases
For
in, suitcases
everybody
out.
involved.
Like, at the very least, it's worth the investigation.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems like Booty Patrol guy is pretty free flowing and love wheeling. So
I would put that. Get ready, get the little note ready, put it on there,
Put it on
and what
there.
happens, happens.
what happens,
Okay.
happens. I'm absolutely going to be needing a call back though. Once you sort of venture down this rabbit hole, because I want to know if Booty Patrol guy really lives up to the badge. You know what I mean?
I wonder if his car is still out there. I should go look.
It's outside right now.
That's right now. Go put him on.
Listen to what happened.
Put him on.
Mr. Booty Patrol.
Mr. Booty Patrol.
Chief.
Put your hands on the wheel. Show me that booty.
That's why, dude.
Okay, it's not there, but
Got it. Well,
Wow.
hey,
it's not there, but it's gonna come back.
best of luck. I wish you all the best, and I think that you're absolutely going to meet the Booty Patrol guy and potentially have a little fun time.
Get exactly what you need from him.
Oh, yes. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in. I'll talk to you later. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Wow.
Wow. That was thrilling.
She's the target demographic of like a joke that was not meant for success, right?
No, that's a joke that's like, this is not going to work in any way.
This is so dumb, and it's for my friends to make fun of me.
Yeah.
And here he is.
He is reining in the exact person that needs to be seeing it. Wow. It really gives you hope out there.
It does.
In a way. Yeah.
Takes us back to J-Man.
Back to the guy upstairs. You know, that's funny because it also like, that's so, did she mention that she lived in a beach town? Because to
No.
me, it's so beach town.
Why did the whole time? That's all I could picture.
Literally me too.
I don't. And it was like the small apartment thing too. Like there was so much texture in that story.
Sand. There's sand everywhere.
There's sand everywhere. Booty Patrol feels like a thing that somebody drives around beach towns looking for like girls in bikinis or whatever. And like, hey,
100%.
booty patrol, they have like a little horn.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I was
Wow.
picturing it. And I was like, yeah, this guy is just goes to the beach and he booty patrols.
Wow.
And good for him, honestly.
Great for him.
Yeah.
Living your best life.
Living your best life. All right, let's get back to the phone lines here because we're going to go ahead and need to keep solving these conundrums.
Hi, Miles. My boyfriend and I got in a fight on our anniversary again, and this time it was because he had said he had felt I was a catfish the whole relationship. So I wanted to just, go over that with you. Give me a call back.
So curious what that means because they're in a relationship. So how could she be a catfish?
Maybe that's just like his in anger way to get back at the whole time I thought you were a catfish. I just stood here.
Yeah, maybe he was just hungry.
I thought
I thought you were catfish or fries or fucking.
you're at best of tilapia. It's not the same.
Let's get this person to come back.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Hassan Khadair.
Holy shit, I'm walking through Philly right now. So if you hear city sounds, that's what that is.
Hell yeah! Have you seen the Mickey Mouse videos on TikTok with a puppet?
I have, unfortunately.
There he
That's
is!
me. Hi, how you doing? I'm Hassan.
Hassan, he's here.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
No.
That Mickey Mouse scares me.
No, it scares me. It's in my mind.
It's scary. It's a scary thing that he does. Well,
That is a scary concept.
tell us about the fight that you and your boyfriend are having. So we're pretty confused over here.
Oh yeah, I was just like, I can only put this in 15 seconds, so I was trying to be concise. But we just had our 2-year anniversary in the beginning of March, and he like.
Sorry, I hit the wrong. I hit the wrong sound effect. It was
No, that worked.
Sorry, it was supposed to be this.
so different.
I feel like both work.
We could have used that one for booty patrol, dude.
Oh man!
Boing.
Oh, we really should have. Damn it! We'll have to give her a call back.
So we just had our 2-year anniversary, and he like picked a fight, and he did last year on our anniversary too, which is really dumb.
Yeah.
But he said that he was holding on to that from when we first started dating. He felt like I was a catfish because we met on Bumble, and we met in like February of 21. So I wasn't exactly like going out and having sexy pics during COVID.
Yeah.
So I had gained like 15 pounds. And then apparently he was holding that in for 2 years, that he felt like a catfished him. And I was just livid
that's
after that statement.
So fucking crazy, by the way. First of all, to pick a fight on the anniversary, but also to be like, so he was accusing you of having photos that didn't match how you looked because you had gained a tiny amount of weight.
A minuscule amount.
Very tiny amount.
During the time where the world gained weight?
I had the COVID depression.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
by the way. First of all, who gives a shit?
Right?
And, second of all, like, what a weird thing for him to bring up on your anniversary.
Yeah.
Like, kind of a cruel
I
thing.
know.
Legitimately messed up.
Dude.
What was his
Dude.
What was his like defense? Like when you were like, that's fucking stupid. Like, why did you say that?
Yo. So he does this thing, and I don't know if it's because he's like a very anxious boy that's also very stupid sometimes. Love him to death.
Yeah.
He acts silly. He does this thing where he's like, I'm not sure. And it's been 2 years, and I'm like, baby cakes, if you're not sure, I don't know what to do with that. Like, that's not my problem, you know?
Not sure about the relationship?
Yeah. He was like, I'm not sure if I want to be with you. And I was like, let me make it easier. Like, we'll take a break. And then I didn't talk to him for several days. And then he was like, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. And I was like, yeah, no shit.
How old are you?
Oh my God. So I'm 26 and he's 28, and we've been together 2 years.
This has to end.
This has to end.
This has to go
really
away
sorry.
immediately. I can't stress how much.
I think, and look, you've been dating for 2 years. I guess, well, first of all, before we, because that's also how I feel, but before we get a little too harsh, why don't you tell me what you like about the relationship, just so I can make sure to give your druthers, but to give the positive side of it, because I'm also feeling how Hassan's feeling.
Fair enough. Okay. So he's like, surprisingly, the other end of this, he is very loving and supportive and had never said a single thing about like my body or weight, and it always gassed me up like the whole relationship. And I'm a thicker bitch, and that's always been fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a thicker boy, and that's my preference.
Mm-hmm.
So this really took me off guard, but good things. He's very supportive and loving and like supports me of like going to school and like following my dreams and doesn't mind that I have to like work more and make money. And he's good at when I need like validation, when I get anxious, he's really good about that. And he makes me feel loved, and he does romantic things and gets me cute little sappy gifts that show that he's like listening to me. And he talks about our future a lot and how much he wants it. I was really thrown, like this really caught me off guard, to say the least.
Totally.
Because we always are talking about living together. And I had called you before about the living together situation, which is totally fucked because he lives with his roommate, and his roommate's a big ass misogynist. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so it seems like
we'll stay on task.
Yeah, we'll pick one thing today.
We'll pick one thing because obviously
one giant problem for the day.
Super fucking crazy. But no, okay. So it seems like probably if I was to, like, you say that he's very loving and stuff like that. Obviously, like he should never be saying shit about your boy. He should never be saying shit about your body in any way, like ever.
I know.
Really,
I was
right?
so
like
surprised.
that's really crazy. But it does seem like you're sort of describing that that's out of character for him, and I'm wondering if he's having, like, the reason he said, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here, even though he kind of does not deserve it, in my opinion. But I'm wondering if he's feeling this anxious feeling of like questioning the relationship, questioning his place, having an anxiety, and it's like manifesting by him self-destructing and saying something like pretty cruel.
Wow. I mean, that's the devil's advocate there.
I mean, you know what I mean? Because like that's a crazy thing to say at all, but also
2 years in.
2 years in, but also like on your anniversary, that feels to me really specifically relevant, and that it's a time where there's lots of
like
emotion.
He's getting freaked out.
Yeah, it's like the anniversary. You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about whatever, and he's like, blah, like I am feeling these things, and I don't really know how to express them in a healthy way, or I don't have friends that I'm comfortable being emotionally vulnerable with.
My friends are misogynists.
Yeah, exactly.
My friends actually hate women, so they're not really helpful with relationships.
Yeah, right. All my friends hate women, so I can't
Him
really.
And his friends aren't exactly swimming in gals. You know?
Yeah, that's.
I picked up on that based on what I know.
Yeah, he's very like shy, like formerly pudgy kid, didn't get attention from girls, and I'm just like, baby cakes, you're beautiful. I'm very supportive and like loving, and like, hey, maybe get into therapy because your like straight male mindset's really harshing my vibe.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, probably the thing to do is to be, I think that you obviously did the right thing where you're just like, oh yeah, like I'll make it easy for you. Like, one, you should never be taking this type of shit from him, but you also need to let him know, like, I don't care if you're going through some sort of emotional breakdown. You're never allowed to take that out on me.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That like, no matter how bad a lash out is based on like the circumstance, situation surrounding it, there are lines. And there are lines like you can't talk about your body like that. You can't disrespect.
Never. Fucking insane.
And during an anniversary and stuff like that, like no matter how bad an anxiety attack is or anything of the sort, as a person who struggles that myself, it's never an excuse to lash out at the people you love that way, because then you don't really love them that much, do you?
Oh, yeah, totally. No, I think that's a good point too. It's like the lines of what's appropriate and what's not. Like, to me, it's super common for anyone, if there's in a relationship, that you're going to have gripes, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to be grumpy. Like, maybe you're just like, you say something that's like a little bit rude, or you say it in a rude way, or you curse, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff's all super common. Like, saying cruel stuff about your body, fucking kind of unacceptable.
It's entirely unacceptable, and it's so targeted and intentional that regardless of how it came out, was rooting around up there, was bouncing around inside of the noggin. You don't just off the cuff. I'm assuming this guy's not like a comedian, and he's really witty and fast paced based on the information I've been given. So he's not going to off the cuff be like, I thought you were a catfish early on. He's not going to like come up with that line out of nowhere.
Does this ever happen to you? Like, he's not doing material. He's like doing something to hurt your feelings, which is fucked. So I think that you probably need to do two things. Like, one, address that. You can't ever, like, that's a line that you can't do. I'm not going to stand for that because it's fucked up. Second thing,
I told him that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You're on the right track. Second thing is just like, what is the root of what you're talking about? Is it something we can talk out? If not, talk to your parents about it. Talk to your friends about it. Talk to a therapist about it. But it's clearly something that's eating at you, and this is not the healthy way to take it out. Otherwise, like, and I think it's hard after 2 years especially, but you need to be like, this is not permanent. I don't just stick around forever regardless of what experience you're going through. Like, a relationship's two people choosing to be together. So it's like, if he's going through something, that's fine, but it doesn't really have anything to do with you. And like, if he's going to take it out on a weird way on you, then you don't deserve that. And then you have to kind of fade away, as it were.
Yeah, that's what I told him, because he did this on our first anniversary too. And I'm like, I get that you're anxious because I'm significant and I have expectations of you.
Yeah.
But you don't get to talk to me however way. Because I used to have like an eating disorder and I worked past that a lot. And when he said that, I was like, I'm so sorry that like you're internalizing how you feel about your body and putting that on me.
Ooh,
but I've loved myself for years.
Yeah.
And if you don't, like, that's not my problem. Someone else will.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're doing all the right stuff. I think that it's unfortunate you have to deal with this stuff. But if you, because it's hard to leave a relationship. It's always harder to leave than it is to stay. So if you're in this relationship and you're feeling, I mean, how are you feeling? Are you feeling unsatisfied? Are you feeling this is like an untraditional problem in an otherwise great relationship?
It is a problem that has come up now more than I would like, because it's come up on the anniversaries.
Sure.
For us to stay together, I don't want to say demanded, because I'm not using that word, but I said that it's really important to me that he goes to therapy, because I don't think he he doesn't express his emotions in healthy ways, and I don't think that I should be the butt of that because I'm the nicest person in his life to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you're going to push me away, that's whatever, but you need to go to therapy if you want to stay together. And like, you say you want to be a husband, but you're not acting like it. So, go learn to communicate effectively.
Fuck yeah. Damn right.
Hell yeah. Do your thing. Say it. I will say though, keep in mind, even if he does go to therapy has to be a choice. Anybody forced into it, whether you're a kid, an adult, whatever, circumstantially, a lot of times you won't be able, to do the growth that you need to do. You need to be able to confront a lot of very adult thoughts, and the only way to do that is when you're deciding to get there.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Like, it's
that's what I'm hoping.
Like you've got to see it from him, and I think you've got the totally right mentality. It's like you can't. I saw this. I like to say I read an article. I saw a TikTok. I read an article that
I saw TikTok.
I listened to NPR and I heard this.
This is an audiobook, I think, but it was about this person being like, this is something that's trying to change my view on relationships. You think about a relationship, and in 60 seconds, you can rile up your partner. You can probably, like, if you know someone really well, you can make them angry. Like, you know how to push their buttons. But a really good relationship means that in the same 60 seconds, you could calm them. You could ease their anxieties. You could make them feel better. And I think you have to think about, like, he's obviously able to push your buttons. But is he able and willing to do the opposite, to try to ease your anxieties, calm, you, and make you feel better versus like taking away your shine?
Very much so. And that's why even though my friends are very pissed off, rightfully so, they're like, we're not a fan of his because he said this. And I was like, that checks out. He is, like, when I'm also having anxiety or very sad, he's very supportive and loving and knows how to, like, nurture me. The other day I was just crying because, hormones, being a person.
Every day, of course.
Yeah.
Twice a day.
And
morning, night.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I'll make you tea. And like, he wrapped me up cozy in a blanket, like a little burrito, put like a cute little show on for me, and just gave me lots of kisses. Like, he is so nice to me that when he does these mean things, I'm like, why? I'm so taken off guard.
Totally.
Like, it's so out of character because he's such a nice, gentle boy, except for when he gets all of his anxiety bottled up. And then he's like, full Irish man. And I'm like, whoa.
Full Irish.
Therapy is a banging on that door for him. He needs to
baby.
make that choice and get into it.
Yeah, big time. No, it sounds like therapy.
Yeah, he's looking into it.
Therapy, or just like, honestly, therapy is important. Having just open vulnerability with both you and with like other friends of his is really important. A lot of people don't have that. I feel very lucky
I don't know if he does.
A lot of people don't. I feel very lucky that like my friend group is like, we're all fucking talking about our feelings constantly nonstop. Like, that's just how we are. I think a lot of people struggle with that. Me
and my girls are like that. We're like, oh, we're struggling. Here's this. But his friends are dudes, and they're like silly, like straight dudes. And I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Silly
like,
little straight
dudes. Silly little straighties.
They don't know what to
hate
do.
To see it. They don't know what to do with their feelings. Well, anyway,
because like, I'm a queer woman, so I was really thrown off. I was like, why are we not like talking about our feelings right now? I'm
totally
thrown off wildly.
No, it's like, it's also just, it's hard for people to do. It sounds like, obviously, it's like, this is clearly not about a frustration with you. It's about something else, maybe something internal, maybe his own anxiety, but he's just taking it out in a way that's shitty and not fair to you. So I think you're doing all the right things. Thank you for calling in. You're on the right track. Yeah, demand that he treats you what you're worth. And I think also if this continues over the next couple months and you're looking for permission to break up with this person, you've got it.
Yeah. Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded.
Ready to go.
Locked and loaded, ready to go. I think this oftentimes people are sort of searching for permission or approval, and you don't need it. If you want to do it and you feel like this stuff hasn't changed, you can break up. And then, down the road, if he changes whatever, you can get back together. There's no permanence. You just got to do what works for you.
Hell yeah. Do you guys need a name for me? What's my name? I always wonder when I listen to your episodes.
Starburst.
Starburst is
Fuck
incredible.
Yeah.
And
hell
maybe
yeah,
I'm
dude.
hungry.
I am too.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I'm hungry for a Starburst. Starburst, thank you for calling in.
Hell yeah. Thanks for calling me back. This is such a journey for me. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're the best.
I will listen in my car.
Yeah.
That's the Mickey Mouse puppet you hate, by the way, giving you advice.
That's right.
I don't hate him. He scares me deeply with the things he thinks.
That's true.
That's fair.
That's absolutely fair. Well, you have a fantastic evening.
Have a nice evening. Congrats on the baby. You made it human. Nice job.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, he's real chunky. He's been talking up a storm recently.
Wow.
It's been crazy.
Oh, little Juju.
Little Juju. All right, bye.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Wow.
Bada bing, bada boom.
The one person who knew me had, I think, the most important
the most important question.
One person was like, okay, wait, I have something that's like legitimately a thing.
Yeah,
and then
right.
Booty Patrol. Does this guy who obviously likes me like me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that brings us to the end of the show.
Wow.
A segment that we like to call Get Real.
Oh my God.
You've talked about your podcast a little bit, Bad Days.
Yeah.
Your bad days or your best stories?
They are indeed.
There's the tagline.
It's great.
But I guess, what are some of your worst days that you feel like have led to your character growth? Or like, what's a bad day for you? Because I feel like, I agree, by the way. I have a lot of like difficult experiences in my life, and usually I learn something, or it's a great story that I can tell to people that makes me feel seen. What's a bad day in particular that you feel like you have learned and grown from?
Okay. See, it's crazy because based on how you set me up for like the biggest layup answer ever, this feels like my brand. I don't have something prepared for this. I should get a story locked and loaded. What immediately came to mind, I think it's because the topic is very relationship-y this episode, is I had a little heartbreak. I had, and it wasn't a bad day. It was a bad couple of years, and it was because of a silly little high school Hassan got into a 4-month relationship that he decided would dictate the next 4 years of his life. So that heartbreak, it was tough, and I remember being in it and having trouble getting out of bed and having trouble thinking straight and losing touch with everything that brought me joy. My motivation in life was to get this girl or to do this thing, to make her happy, and it wasn't about me anymore. And by being the saddest little weirdo, I had the most fun. I became the talk of the town. And when we're at a party or whatever, it's like, what's the weirdest thing that you've done recently? It's like, well, I got sad about this thing, and it's always funny. It's told in a way that is incredible. And then a smaller version of that. I played sports. I was a football guy. I went to a show choir competition, and I broke my ankle tripping off the stairs. And I tell that story all the time. Unrelated to my time in show choir, I just fell off the stairs and broke my ankle.
That's huge, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, you mentioned of heartbreak, like at a very young age. How old were you when you had this
18.
heartbreak? Yeah. Like, I have, I mean, that stuff hits so hard when you're that young, too. Like, I found so too, I mean, at least for me, like times when I experienced heartbreak when I was really young, it's so often, like maybe it started and it was about the person, and then it quickly became, it was like, no, there's a deficiency in the way that I am being and treating myself, and I'm manifesting it through this heartbreak.
Exactly.
When I was in college, and it's like, I was like, God, I was so depressed because it was this person. I was like, oh, why don't they just want to be with me? And it's like, really, it had very little to do with them and a lot more to do with probably like the way I was treating myself, my feeling of self-worth, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a good lesson for like people, especially when you're younger, is that so much of relationships if you feel like totally frenzied about someone, sometimes that's a good time to look internally and be like, okay, well, what am I judging about myself that I think this person will solve? Like, what is do I think I'm not funny enough or beautiful enough or whatever? And I'm looking at this person to be like, well, if I only was dating them, then I would have those things.
Right. A pinch deeper. In therapy for the last 3 years, the root of that situation ended up being, I felt unworthy of being loved. And that was the first person to love me. And in that way, outside of family and whatever. And it resonated. And then that's why I was lost searching for it. And now you just learn to like yourself. And the other voices in your head.
Mickey included.
Sadly, yeah.
No, I think, I mean, that's a journey for me. I've talked about this a little bit, but I haven't been to therapy in a couple years. It's been a while. It's probably been like 5 years since I left New York, and I miss it. And I think also a lot has changed in my life since I was last at therapy. It's funny because after therapy, sometimes you'll be like, well, great, I'm done. Yeah. And then you kind of it's like,
I'm cured.
I'm well now. But no, I'm interested in getting back into therapy to talk about new stuff, like, my son and my next phase of my career and being in Los Angeles and just having a different phase of my life. So I'm looking to get back into it.
Love it. I love to hear it. I'm a big aggressive therapy advocate, if you will. I'm angry at people, get in there, get in that chair and cry.
It's also the person we just talked to. It's funny because I do think that for a lot of people, especially dudes and especially straight dudes, it's very difficult for them to express their emotion. And I think that therapy is really important, but also being able to express, I think that I would be absolutely drowning were it not, if I wasn't, because I'm not in therapy, if I was not able to express vulnerable things, my flaws to my friends. I think that being able to voice that stuff you're really scared about, stuff that's hard to really talk about, but I talk to my friends about it all the time, and I feel very lucky that I have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I have the exact same thing at home. That's why I don't move to LA anytime soon.
Yeah, you have a community.
I have the people, and I'm in that window of time post college where everybody, they haven't found their jobs and their girlfriend. They're in Alabama, so be married in 2 years, whatever. Even people who don't have a girlfriend right now will be married in 2 years. But we're in the window, and I'm gonna enjoy that window of time where I have these people, and then life's gonna happen, and we'll be less in touch. But I drive home. They're like, we need to be vulnerable and talk about things that make us uncomfortable. Because if we don't, then we're always going to be uncomfortable.
Totally. No, I love that. Well, thank you so much for doing the show.
Of course.
This is a pleasure. Well, why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you're working on?
Yeah, so you guys can find me at Hassan Khadair on everything. That's HASSAN. And I think you could hit enter and then you'll find me at that point. But then if not, KHADAIR. Very long foreign name. Bad branding, guys. Don't make your actual first and last name.
By the way, I have to talk to you about Hudson Carter before you go. I got recommended. I was like, wait, is that Hassan? What is going on? What is that?
It's my white person name. Okay, here's the thing. That account now has 230,000 followers. And it was my Instagram spam account in high school where I just post weird things like sad boy stuff, whatever it might be. And then I posted, I privated that stuff and I posted some Mickey Mouse clips or whatever. Yeah, right. And then that account is steadily going to beat my main account at some point. But it's Hassan Khadair, Hudson Carter.
That's so funny to me. I love that.
Incredible branding, truly. Hassan Khadair is the brand, but then the main project that I'm working on that I'm head over heels in love with is Bad Days. Both the podcast, which is coming back soon, but the commentary channel. I've put in so much work into just deep diving into situations I have no business being a part of. And it's youtube.com/baddayspod. Mm-hmm. And we're doing everything.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, that rocks. Check out Hassan. And until next time, everybody know that no matter where you are, no matter what your struggles are, that perfection is always a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.